Hello everybody, it's Anna here again today, and today we are at Llanberis in Snowdonia, North Wales, and we're here to learn about how this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's the LLECHI CYMRU World Heritage Site, and LLECHI CYMRU is Wales slate, and the slate landscape of northwest Wales is much more than just an industrial site. So I'm going to be learning a little bit about that today. There's Dolbadar Castle as well. There's so much here in Llanberis, and there's myself looking over at the castle. So here we are at Llanberis, and the old slate quarry from the past that no longer is working. But come along and join us. You're very, very welcome. Look at the slate up there on the left. Don't forget croeso. That's welcome in Welsh. Just to add as well, before we go on to talking about the slate industry, that Padarn Lake, that's Llanberis, is a site of special scientific interest. That's a SSSI. Formed as a result of the last ice age, Llanberis is the sixth deepest lake. This is Llanberis now. It's where most of the boats go on, and the water sports. Look at the sheep crossing the road. The cars actually stopped for them. We were laughing. It was so funny. But there was one mother actually feeding her baby, and it was just so cute. But we have to laugh because sheep are a priority here in Wales to us. It was quite funny though. Anyway, I digress. So yes, going back to Llanberis, this one, it is a SSSI, and it is the sixth deepest lake in Wales, and it's 2 miles long. And Llanberis and Llanberis were once one mass of water, but over thousands of years, sediment from the mountain rivers washed down, creating what is now pastureland, fertile pastureland and natural land bridge, which is here. So there we are. Let's move on now. I'm digressing. Let's get back to why last year, that the summer of 2021, UNESCO decided that the Northwest Wales slate landscape deserved World Heritage Site status. This recognises that the area is a truly important cultural landscape in recognition of the important contribution Wales made to the Industrial Revolution. And the landscape showcases the incredible story of the evolution from an upland agricultural society to one dominated by the slate industry, with towns and quarries and transport links chiselling their way down through the mountains of Snowdonia down to the iconic ports. And DINORWIG, which is behind us now, DINORWIG Slate Quarry Mountain Landscape is one of the biggest quarries, and the area is centred on this quarry here to our left. We'll be going up there in a bit, and it's an astoundingly beautiful landscape with Snowdon, Llanberis and Llanberis at its heart, and where Dolbadar Castle has guarded the valley since the 13th century. And we're going to be having a video specifically on Dolbadar Castle in a few weeks' time, so you can look forward to that. But coming up next, where are we now? There we are. Look, that's the old Quarry Hospital, where workers that used to work up there used to get injured and get taken to the Quarry Hospital, which is now a museum and forms part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site as well. So that's interesting too, and we'll be looking more at that at a later stage. But I'm sure you'll be interested in just having a little look at the castle. So let me just take you up there now just for a minute. So that's this is the way up to Dolbadar Castle. It's near Llanberis mostly, and you have to walk up quite a bit to get to the castle, but it's a very beautiful, a great example of a round tower, and it's not very big, but it's quite fascinating, and like I said, we'll come to that in a couple of weeks' time. But anyway, back now to the Slate Museum of Wales. Actually, the National Slate Museum for Wales. Here we are. So this Slate Museum is one of the notable elements within the World Heritage Site for the Slate Landscape of North West Wales. And the Slate Landscape of North West Wales is much more than just an industrial site. The Slate Quarryman is an iconic figure for many people in Wales and beyond, characterised in literature and folklore for his progressive politics, loyalty to the Welsh language and cheery nature, despite the difficulties his labour put upon his health, really. And the communities of the Slate Landscape of Wales form the heartland for the Welsh language, which is a very important attribute of the World Heritage Site. And Welsh is identified as an Indigenous language by the UNESCO and formed part of the UNESCO Year of Indigenous Languages celebrations in 2019. In the international context, the technologies developed in the landscape here in North West Wales were fundamental to the development of the slate industries of continental Europe and the USA, as well as quarrying really more generally. And by the late 19th century, the area represented about a third of slate production worldwide, making possible the rapid urbanisation and architectural development of Africa, Australia, Eurasia and North and South America. And Snowdonia's railways comprise of a specific technological system which was adopted in mountainous regions worldwide, including the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, which is part of the Mountain Railways of India UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's been a very, very important part for the whole world, really, this part of North West Wales. And this is one of the reasons it's been awarded a UNESCO World Heritage Site status. So before we go up to the DINORWIG Quarry, let's see if we can do a little bit of Welsh language. Door is drws and window is ffenestr and bench is manc. Quarry in Welsh is chwarel and wheel is olwyn. And slates is llechi. Wheel is olwyn. Sky is awyr. Roof is to. To say Anna is walking in Welsh is mae Anna yn cerdded. Water is dŵr. And to say water wheel in Welsh, it's olwyn dŵr. And we'll leave the Welsh language there for now, and we're going to take you up to the DINORWIG Quarry, and this is from a few months ago when Alf and myself went up there, so it's a bit of a duller day, but here we are going up to the DINORWIG Quarry. There is Llanberis, and that one's Llanberis. And we're heading up. It was very, very steep and it was wet and it was quite slippy. But there we are. They're the Anglesey Barracks, the place where the men, the workers, the quarry workers from Anglesey used to come and work, and they would live up here in the week and they'd go home to Anglesey to their families at weekends, and they were tiny houses. There's myself in one of the little tiny houses. There's Llanberis. And it's there's myself again in the little tiny house. But this was a community in itself. There's Alf. There was only us up there that day, apart from one man with his son. But look at the slates that are piled high. And these are the DINORWIG Quarry goats, and there's me looking at the goats. And we're heading back down now. There's Llanberis and there's Llanberis, just so you got a little idea of what it is here at the DINORWIG famous UNESCO Quarry. So we'll leave it there for today from Llanberis and the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and we'll say ta-ta for now, and we'll see you on the next adventure or the next Welsh lesson or the next Welsh history lesson. Don't forget to keep practicing your Welsh, because practice makes perfect. Ta-ta for now. Nos da.